What is going down, my YouTube family? It is your boy Zary from the XMG coming at you today, Sunday morning, to bring you the rare artifacts for noobs. And the rares are big. It's a long list. But I got my coffee in my XMG mug, if you can see it. There it is. So if you're just finding me for the first time and you're liking what you're seeing, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Let's grow this channel so you don't miss out on good stuff coming your way. For all my XMG family members out there, you know I love you. All the feedback on this has been extremely positive, so thank you so much for that. And just like last time, what I'm going to do is just, if it's trash, say it's trash. If it's a higher trash, I'll give some recommendations and we're going to move on. So without further ado, let's jump into rare artifacts for noobs. Alright, first one up here is the Rose of Hope for Aurelia. It's a rare, starts at a 3-star, critical damage 12, shield 2400, receiving damage equal or more than 70% of maximum health. Implies invisibility for 1 turn. 2 turns for Aurelia, once per battle. This one's easy. Trash. Super trash artifact right here. Really, really, really bad. I don't even know where to start with this one. The next one, Emperor's Crown. Darian, rare, crit damage 8, health 1600. Receiving damage with 50% chance to restore 2% maximum health. 4% for Darian once per battle. Now, this one here is average. This is an average artifact. The crit damage of 8 with the 1600 flat stat of health is meh, but receiving damage with a 50% chance to restore 2% of your maximum shield once per battle. It's a lower end average, high end trash for sure, but the caveat of, at least restoring your shield with some critical damage, low amount of health you're receiving, very low end average, high end trash. What you could be looking for on this one is obviously any defender. Early game, put it on your defender. If you pull this Emperor's Crown and you really want to use it, put it on your defender. For mid game, again, defender. Just put it on your defender. Get that shield back and running. And then for, even mid-game, you could possibly go like a Freezard because the critical chance. And then end-game, you're looking at somebody like Thalane, Wonder Lua. Squishy, high damage dealers at the end-game could benefit you. But I really wouldn't sink too much time into this one. Next one up here, Bracelet of Differences. Rare, 3-star, damage 6%, tenacity 9, landing a critical hit. Increases crit chance and crit damage by 1.2%, 2.4% for Diesel Rug, twice per battle, once per turn. So the damage of 6% is pretty nice. Tenacity we've talked about before, it's just a Moss stat. Landing a critical hit increases crit chance and crit damage by 1.2%. Pretty okay. Twice per battle, once per turn. So overall, again, we're seeing average, low-end average here. The rares really aren't impressing me to this point, but for early game, you're looking for that damage dealer. You got your Sharps, your Mars. This would be a good one for a Mar early game. Mid-game, again, you're looking for probably an AoE damage dealer at this point. So, Freezard, Slinger, stuff like that. Endgame, put it on damage dealer. Wonder Lua, Thalane, Mor'Doom, any sort of person you really want to crank out that damage. Ember would be really good. So overall, just an average artifact. Next one up, Powder of Evolution. Rare, starts at a 2-star, potency 6, shield 1600. Dealing damage has a 10% chance to regain regeneration for 2 turns, 20% for failure, can happen 2 times max. So the caveat sucks. Sucks real bad. But the potency increase of 6 would be pretty good. Shield, 1600. This one, though, trash. If you need the extra potency on a character, wouldn't be bad. 6 potency, not bad, but overall, 2 times max with regeneration with a 10% chance with a flat stat of 1600. Shield, trash. Just trash. Next one up, Imperial Decree for Freezard. 9 potency, 9 lifesteal. Dealing damages increases maximum health by 1.5%, 3% for Freezard, 3 times per battle. This one here, worth it. This is definitely worth it. 9 potency, 9 lifesteal. Maximum health by 1.5%. So you're going to be looking at your squishier damage dealers. So for the potency side of things, you know, anybody who you need to increase your potency on would be exceptional. So for the early game, kind of looking just really anybody you need to increase your potency on, but you can also, you know, damage dealer. So early game characters like a Venomate would be good. Mid game, this would be really good for Tromgar. Potency to put those stuns on. Dealing damage, he's going to be going a lot. You can increase his maximum health. So that would be really, really good. End game, buff, Mor'Doom, you know, Slinger, anybody really you have to that has that low potency. You know, even this one would be pretty good for Garrett, for sure. So this one overall, though, definitely worth it for the stats alone. Next one up is the Lucky Clover, General Murdoch, 2-star, crit damage 8, shield 6%. Landing a critical hit is a 10% chance to restore 1 turn to a random ability. 20% for General Murdoch, 3 times per battle. This one here, worth it. This is worth it. Critical damage with a 6% in shield increase, and the caveat is all you gotta do is land a critical hit. So early game, again, we said it a lot already, but Sharp, who gives himself the critical chance up. Mar, you're stacking critical chance on. Early game, Slinger, you're putting the critical chance on. And then, you know, so you're going to be doing more damage with the shield. This is definitely good for them. Mid-game, you're looking for, you know, maybe you're going to put now your AoE damage dealers into that category with Freezard. This wouldn't be bad for Cruel, because then you could get the copy up. You know, you could put in a Puncher Face. This one wouldn't be bad at all. Also, if you're moving towards the end game, this just shouts goblins, 100% goblins. But you could put it on Wonder Lua. Again, you know, those heavy damage dealers. Boris, this wouldn't be bad for Boris. Revol, Snorri, anybody like that. Who definitely could help you out. But overall, worth it. The crit damage with the 6% shield, and then the caveat to land is just a critical hit. So, not bad at all for the Lucky Clover. Next one up here, Hera. Crit chance, 6% tenacity, 9. Dodging an attack has a 30% chance to apply regeneration for 1 turn. 60% for Hera, twice per battle. So crit chance and tenacity, okay. The crit chance is good, but tenacity, again, is just dodging an attack, so you need somebody with that dodge chance. And then, you know, the regeneration, it's only twice per battle. Overall, trash. This could be a high-end trash, low-end average, so anybody you're going to be putting, you know, you're going to be using Foul early game, so anybody you're pairing with Foul that you need to be the damage dealer, Master Duo, Kin Lee, anything like that. But, you know, mid-game, you're looking for maybe like a Kyra, because she could dodge your tank, defender, Tromgar, I guess. And then, you know, endgame buff or goblins, because hopefully they will dodge, but you could put it with your pride, anybody on your pride. But overall, high-end trash. Critical chance definitely could benefit the goblins. You know, if you don't have enough crit chance on them, you could throw it on there. But overall, Just high-end trash. Alright. Devilish Lucky Horseshoe is the next one. 2-star, accuracy 4, armor 2, landing a critical hit has a 10% chance to apply poison for 2 turns, 20% for Kyra. Can happen 3 times max. This one's easy. Trash. Accuracy, armor, flat stat. Putting a poison on with 3 times for battle at a 10% clip. Just trash. The Wish Lantern is the next one. 2-star, damage plus 4%, armor plus 8%. Active taunt decreases received damage by 2.4%, 4.8% for Kelrin. This one here, worth it. This is an exceptional rune. I don't really got to break it down because it is defender. You want to put it on any defender you're using at this point. Kinley, Tromgar, Kelrin, Salvador, anybody like that who can keep the taunt up for more than 1 turn. You know, Kinley can use it his 2nd turn up. Salvador is going to start with the taunt. So this one here, the damage of 4% could be used on damage dealers, but you really want to use it on a defender because that active taunt decreasing damage by 2.4% over the course of a battle is pretty big. This one's really worth it. I like this one quite a bit. Next one up, Shabby Baye Statuette, penetration 200, shield 6%. Damaging an enemy increases damage by 1%. 2% for Kinley, twice per battle, once per turn. Overall, the Shabby Baye Statuette, trash. Just penetration and shield. And then why are we increasing damage by 1% for Kinley? There's better uncommon common artifacts out there than this one, so that one's really disappointing. Trash. Next one up, Shell of Sea Dreams, 3-star, penetration 300, tenacity 9. At the end of the turn, has a 30% chance to get counterattack for 1 turn, 60% for Lake, once per battle. Again, trash. You don't need this one at all. Penetration, especially for Lake, is good. Tenacity 9. At the end of the turn, 30% chance to gain counterattack for 1 turn, but only once per battle. If you really want to use this one, put it on a Lake-led panda team. But other than that, trash, trash, trash. Next one up, Tremendous Tome of Taxation, Little Baddie, rare, 2-star, accuracy 4, health 6%. Suffering a critical hit increases potency by 1%, 2% for Little Baddie, twice per battle. Again, trash. I mean, 6% on health is pretty good. Accuracy is just bad. Increasing potency by 1%, twice per battle. You're really not going to see much out of this artifact at all. Again, just a trash one. There's better uncommons and commons out there than this right now. And on, Little Baddie, I'd rather put the Keller and the Wish Lantern on there. Just not good. Not good at all. Hatchet of Fury, Mar, 2-star, penetration 200, health flat stat of 1600, losing health below 50%, gains 4% lifesteal, 8% for Mar. This one here, trash. High-end trash, low-end average. Penetration on a damage dealer, flat stat of health could really do better. Losing health gains 4% lifesteal, but you gotta lose 50% of your health. If you're on a squishy character, you're just gonna die anyways. So overall, high-end trash, low-end average. Definitely better ones out there, but if you had to use it, put it on your squishy damage dealers all the way through all categories. Early game, put it on a squishy damage dealer. Mid game, squishy damage dealer. Maybe Tromgar, because he's going to take a lot of hits. End game, squishy or damage dealer. Again, don't sink a lot into this. Medal of the Loner comes up next. Major shot, 3-star, accuracy 6, tenacity 9. On receiving first damage with a 30% chance, gets tenacity increase, armor increase for 1 turn, 2 turns for major shot, once per battle. Trash. Do not put anything into this. Accuracy and tenacity, the first time you take damage, you get those 2 things. 30% chance. And then it's on the first damage. So it's after this, it's worthless. Wow, that's a bad one. Cursed Doll. 2-star, damage 4%, shield 6%. At the start of the turn, increases damage by 1%, 2% for Mortha, twice per battle. This one here, worth it. Just for the stats alone. 4% damage increase, 6% shield increase. And then at the start of your turn, you're getting a damage increase. So this one's definitely worth it. The rares have been kind of disappointing to this point. The Cursed Doll could be worth it. Put it on your damage dealers. Sharp, Mar, Slinger, early game. Mid game, Freezard, Snorri, Revol. End game, you could be looking at any sort of damage dealer that you want, that you want to increase your damage. So Kyra with your demon team, Wonderlua, Thelaine, usual suspects when it comes to damage. Sharp, this would be good for. So overall, anybody you want to deal damage, and then the shield just helps out their survivability. So overall, the Cursed Doll is worth it. Golden Comb for Nightiel. 2-star, potency 6, shield 6%, suffering a critical hit, has a 10% chance to remove a debuff. 20% chance for Nightiel, 5 times per battle. Overall, this Golden Comb, worth it. It is worth it simply because of the stats. You have potency and then shield. Suffering a critical hit has a 10% chance to remove a debuff. Not bad. So what we're looking for here is early game. You could put it on a defender. So they suffer the critical hit. They have the chance to remove a debuff. Potency, shield, not terrible. But as you progress, you could definitely put this on a puncher face, slinger, Thalia, Tromgar. You could put it on major shot for sure at the end game. Dr. Frank. So there's a lot of possibilities with this, but anybody who requires potency, who's kind of squishier, Golden Comb, worth it. Lens of Productivity. Old Lore, 2-star, damage 120, armor 200. At the end of the turn, increase crit damage by 1%, 2% for Old Lore, 3 times per battle. This one's easy. Trash. Flat stat all the way across the board. Don't waste your time. End of discussion. Gem of Riches, Patriarchy, 3-star, damage 6%, tenacity 9. Damaging one enemy restores shield to one ally equal to 6% of damage dealt, 12% for Patriarchy, 3 times per battle. Overall, average. The damage increase is 6%. It's nice. Tenacity we know is just a stat. It's not anything to write home about. Damaging one enemy restores shield. So to get the caveat, you only want to put this on single target damage dealers. Sharp, Shaolin, Master Duo. Early game, mid game, we're looking for single target damage dealers. Cruel, this wouldn't be bad on. Kyra, she does have her AoE, but Freezard. Endgame, you're looking at those single target damage dealers of Boris, Wonderlua, stuff like that. But overall, just an average artifact for sure. Gem of Riches could help out. There's definitely way worse ones out there. Next one up, Lucky Foot for Rantha, 3-star. 180 damage, 9% health. Suffering a critical hit has a 15% chance to get dodge increase for 1 turn. This one here, worth it. Low worth it, high average, but worth it. The 9% health, suffering a critical hit, gives you a dodge increase for 1 turn. 15% chance. This just screams defender to me. You want to put this on a defender. They're going to take the hits. You need the health on them, like Kinley, who heals off his maximum health. This lucky foot just screams defender, and if you upped it, I wouldn't knock you at all for that 9% health increase. So, overall, lucky foot's worth it. Low worth it, but worth it. Lost Key, Revolve, 2-star, damage 4%, shield 6%. Dealing damage to only one enemy has a 10% chance to apply bleeding for 2 turns, 3 times per battle, 20% chance for Revolve. The Lost Key, worth it. It's worth it just for the damage and the shield alone. That's going to help out a multitude of characters, but, you know, and then the caveat of dealing damage to only one enemy has a 10% chance to apply bleeding for 2 turns. Revolve, this would be great for. Snorri. Anybody you want to have that bleed synergy on to get that caveat, and if you don't care about that caveat, damage and shield increase is good for any damage dealer. So, the Lost Key, worth it. Next one up, Shurukens of Silence. Rin the Unseen, 2-star, penetration 200, lifesteal 6. Each attack deals an extra 6% damage to summon creatures. 12% for Rin the Unseen. This one here, trash. High trash, low average. The only reason I say it's high trash, the lifesteal's not bad, penetration 200. Dealing extra damage to summon creatures. Now if you're struggling and you don't have a lot of runes or artifacts, but you pull this one and your end game, that anybody who's facing Mor'Doom, this is a good artifact to take up against Mor'Doom. He's going to drop those imps. There could be a lot of them towards the end of the battle. Also, if you're fighting goblins with Instructor Goram and his half-pig henchman, could be good. That's why could help you get them out quicker on your AoE damage dealers. So, high trash, low average, very niche artifact here. But if you're struggling in battlegrounds to get around a Mor'Doom team or a goblin team, this one could have its benefits, but don't sink a lot into this one. Next one up on the list, Desert Vigilance. 3-star, damage 180, shield 2400. At the start of the battle, increase maximum health and shield by 2.4%, 4.8 for Sergeant Pigwald. This one here, average. This would be extremely good for a defender or that squishy damage dealer you have trouble keeping up. Now, it doesn't increase their damage by a whole hell of a lot. 180 flat is terrible. Shield 2400 isn't awful, but it's a guaranteed max health, max shield increase of 2.4%. This one to me just screams putting it on a defender because you don't really care about the damage. The shield is nice. Somebody you'd stack health, or, you know, you're going to stack health on your defenders. So this one, you know, Kinley, Salvador, Kellerin, or the squishy damage dealers like Major Shot, Sergeant Pigwald, definitely help. But overall, average on the Desert Vigilance. Baye's Clock, Shaolin. 2-star, damage 4%, tenacity 6. If the target's health is below 50%, restores 4% maximum shield, 8% for Shaolin, twice per battle. Overall, average. Low average. High trash. Artifact right here. The 4% damage is really the only reason. The caveat is nice, but this one is just if you're struggling to find an artifact for your damage dealers, but you're going to have to sink a lot into it. Low average, high trash. Magma Rock, Slinger, 3 stars, accuracy 6, tenacity 9, suffering a critical hit, increases armor by 3%. 6% for Slinger, twice per battle. This one's easy. Trash. Accuracy, tenacity. Ugh. Armor increase by 3% if you suffer a critical hit, twice per battle. Moving on. Steel Leaf Thelaine, 2-star, potency 6, shield 6%, dealing damage increases potency by 0.6%, 1.2% for the lane, 4 times per battle. This one here, worth it. This is worth it. 6 potency, 6% shield. Dealing damage increases potency by 0.6%. That's really low, but you don't really care about the caveat. 4 times per battle. Okay, but 6 potency, 6 shield. Anybody you're struggling to get potency on, you know, the Venomates of the world, Buffs of the world, Major Shot, General Murdoch, anybody like that who's dealing damage occasionally, but you're struggling to get potency on, Steel Leaf, definitely worth it. The Furious Flame Totem. 2-star for Tromgar, damage 120, shield 1600. Receiving damage has a 20% chance to get regeneration for 1 turn. 40% for Tromgar, 3 times per battle. This one here, trash. Now, it's higher end trash, simply for the fact of this screams one person in particular to me, and that would be Salvador. When you're using Renara, you don't care about the damage. 1600 shield is okay, but he's going to be soaking up a lot of damage, especially under the Hera lead. You know, he's going to get that taunt right away. And then pairing him with Renara, regeneration is always huge. So, if you're going to use this, use it on Salvador. And that's about it. So, trash for the Furious Flame Totem. Caustic Broth. Venomate, 2-star, damage 120, shield 6%. Applying a debuff increases potency 1%. 2% for Venomate, can happen 3 times max. Caustic Broth, trash. Damage, ugh. Shield, not bad. But applying a debuff increases your potency by 1%. 1%? 3 times max? I just don't like it. Just don't like it. And finally, the Noblemans Curse. Wonder Lua, 3-star. Penetration 300. Health 2400. Dealing damage to an enemy's health restores shield equal to 4.5% of the damage dealt. 9% for Wonder Lua. This one here, average. It's an average. The stats kind of suck, but the fact that it's no limit to how much you're restoring shield if you go for an enemy's health would be big. Now, early game, this could be beneficial for a Mortha, because Mortha does the move where she cuts right to the health, so that's big. Wonder Lua, end game for sure. Mid game, you're looking for any, freeze art, AoE damage dealers, this would be huge for. So the caveat is the only thing, and usually it's the other way around, that makes this thing average, because 300 penetration will help. Health flat of 2400 sucks, but overall, this is average just for the caveat alone. It doesn't matter how many times it happens. It doesn't give you a max time it can happen. Every turn, if you're going after somebody's health, you're getting 4.5% of the damage dealt back in shield. Average stat. Artifact. Ugh. Good morning, everybody out there. So my YouTube family, there it is. There are your rare artifacts. And to be completely honest, the rare artifacts to me were kind of underwhelming. I was really expecting to see some jump in stats, expecting to see some really ones that just kind of popped out there, and there really wasn't. I mean, there's some common artifacts that are going to take you less to upgrade than some rare ones. Now, there are some good ones in rare, but they're not like anything overwhelming, anything that really blew me away in the long run. There was the one for Kelrin is exceptional. That's really the best one, I think, in the rare. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Am I way off on these rare ones, or they all just kind of seem average and trashy to me, with the exception of a few. But there it is. There it is. So if you're liking what you're seeing, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Let's grow this channel. Join the XMG family. August is quickly coming to a close, so if you haven't taken the August survey yet, description down in the link below. Join the Discord. My Discord, we're having some really good conversation. I took yesterday off, but man, my phone kept dinging, and it's really cool to see. I read it, even though, you know, I told myself I was stepping away for a day, but we're just having a good time over there. So, for all my XMG family members out there, you know I love you. Can't do this without you. So up next is the final part of the tier list, or ranking for noobs, however you want to put it, for the epic artifacts. So that is what I got for everybody today. Tomorrow will be Garrett for noobs, and I'm looking forward to that video a lot. So with that being said, I love y'all. See you in the next one. I'm out.